I have geared up to test this console. So, all of these modules have been individually bench tested. Every one of them went through an individual check. All these power supplies went through a dummy load. The dummy load is a DC load, it's a FET-based dynamic load. So I can put a load on it for a couple hours, and I've done that. I've gone through and I have a special, where is it? I have this special card. This card connects to a bunch of VUs, like DMMs, and it measured all the power to make sure that all the power was exactly right. So here I can show that. So right now I'm running a frequency sweep of one specific channel. So I'm going to change my DMMs because I've got them over here on something else. 1 and change that to 8. So now when I run all the DMMs, I have this card that I can plug into the console. So here it's in a bank. And then I hit read, and the first 2 meters, so that's 48 volts and 25 volts. I can automate those reads by including them in this measurement. So here's the frequency sweep happening, and here's the DMM of the power bus. So if I have this power bus and I shut off the power to the console, you will see that number, 38 volts, 40. So those are the capacitors discharging. So all this has been recapped. So they discharge well. The 24 volt one, I'm unsure of why it went away so quick. I think it's because it had a resistive load on it already. It had these light bulbs on it. So the power for this feeds these light bulbs. So if I shut off these light bulbs, I bet you that will go. Anyway, doesn't really matter. So there are 24 channels of EDAC that go up to the console's back. And at the back, I have 24 in, 24 out. So it's 16 in, 16 out console. And then I'm monitoring the buses as well. So I have 5 power supplies here. I need a 6th. I got to make a cable. And then I have the buses bypass because the compressors are out currently. So right now, all of this is being measured. So if I would like to, okay, so for example, I am coaxial network. I reset that. I set my output transformers. So I'm gonna reset those. I can hear the relays click. Here's that's the signal generator going to that bus. And then from those, I can actually read those meters. So if I want to read that, I can read that generator. What am I monitoring? This is channel 2, so there'll be nothing on channel 3, so it'll all be on channel 4. I'm going to change the color from yellow to something else. So that's the output of the console. So if I am now watching, I can actually go in and I can go, oops, not coaxial, multiplexer. So the multiplexer, I would like to choose out to, into, or I can clear all of them. Nothing happens. 2 and 2. So now, my output has changed. Oh, there it was. 1, 2. So I can go through. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But there's 2. And then I'm monitoring the return of that. So I can monitor that. So I have 16, then I have master 1, master 2. So this is subgroup. So now that is on a left. So if I go back to my that should now be a subgroup. think. Or it might be this one. There's that subgroup. Okay, so and then I can push auto scale. That will run auto scale on all of those. And then there's my subgroup output. So I think that's, so I'm going to kill these subgroups. And then that will go away. So I can monitor all the buses simultaneously, and then I can make a chart. So what I do is I say, go to channel 1, measure all the buses. Go to channel 2, measure all the buses. Go to channel 3, measure all the buses. And then I can see the interaction between the buses. So you can pinpoint whether it's a switch or if it's a loose wire or where in the bus chain that it does actually fall apart. Anyway, just trying to automate that because it is super time consuming.